So what happened was I now had to pay attention to a lot of the things because we're still talking about the spirit of addiction. But the devil is very creative. When I say he's very creative, he won't stop. He will try to find any and every out, and it does not matter. So one day, the Holy Spirit drew my attention to some of the smallest things, and I just be like, is that really a sign? But everything really is a sign from the Holy Spirit. And I'm talking about everything is a sign. There's no such thing as a subtle, I'm overdoing it. No. God was letting me know everything that you are feeling, everything that you are seeing, that is me talking to you. You need to pay attention to me. And sometimes I would ask him, I would be like, am I overdoing it, God? Like, am I really, is this really, a sign? And he would come to me and he would let me know, no, this is a sign. I'm going to show you. And he would give me confirmation the next day. So one day I was walking, I'm always walking in my yard, and I just so happened to see these big mushrooms growing in my yard, randomly out of nowhere. Now I've been here about 3 years, I think, but I think in the last year I started to see mushrooms grow, and I'm like, I never seen mushrooms grow in my yard, so where's this coming from? So I would look at the mushrooms, and some started to grow on the side of my house, and I would just kind of watch them. So then I noticed that the mushrooms would disappear. I'm like, where are the mushrooms going? And sometimes wild mushrooms, they can be poisonous, but I don't know if animals can eat mushrooms or wild mushrooms, but I know that they would sit there for a while and then they would just disappear. So I kept getting this mind, and I used to love mushrooms. I eat mushrooms all the time because I used to, dib and dab in being vegetarian, and I wouldn't eat meat. I like to cleanse my body. So the mushrooms is a great meat replacement because you can make them taste like anything, right? So I used to eat these portobello mushrooms all the time, and baby bellas and all those things like that. And then one day the Holy Spirit gave me this idea. He was like, don't eat mushrooms. Like, stop eating mushrooms. Because I'm like, I got wild mushrooms. Now, I don't know. There was no connection, but for me, there was connection because I'm like, there's mushrooms growing around my home. They're disappearing, and I eat mushrooms all the time. And I know somebody is coming into my home, messing with my stuff, stealing underwear and all kind of stuff. I'm just doing, I got underwear that just come up missing. Andrew, I leave stuff on the counter just to see if it's going to come up missing, and it goes missing, like literally. So he tells me not to eat mushrooms. So then I'm like, these people gonna try to poison me with mushrooms. They're gonna try to switch out the mushrooms. So then a year later, how about I'm looking on television and I see on the news that somebody, I think it was in Ukraine, was being prosecuted because they fed their family members poisonous mushrooms. Can you believe that? So everything that God is showing me, everything that God is saying, he's like, it's not, I'm telling you, the Holy Spirit is telling you, he's giving you signs. You just need to pay attention to it. It might seem far-fetched. It might seem over the top. It might seem crazy, but I can assure you there's a reason for these things because it is actually happening.